So this is a 360 Fly 4K. It's a 360-degree camera. You may have seen adverts for such things on TV in the last few weeks. This type of camera has a dome lens on it, so it will record only in one aspect, if you like. So anything below the dome lens is not going to get picked up. But it's very, very useful for recording action sequences and stuff like that, because it's got a water resistant case, probably shock resistant case, but I'm not about to sort of start checking that. Records in 4K, but it's not 4K as you would know it watching a flat screen. Flat screen is going to show you your 4K picture, whereas this is having to spread that 4K sensor over a much larger surface, so the quality isn't going to be 4K in front of your face. It's going to be a little bit lower than that. I have tried out a 1080 version of this kind of technology, and it was not great image quality on the video, purely because it's trying to spread so much information over a large area. This kind of thing, you can take this video using the app that comes with it, the 360 Fly app allows you to share those videos directly to YouTube and to Facebook, to Google Plus, to other social networks. I think 3 of them support the 360 video technology, which is I think YouTube, Google Plus and Facebook's. And also you can update if you want to just take 360 photos, which are going to be much higher quality. I can't remember, I think it was 16 megapixel, but it's going to be much higher quality than what you're getting with the camera. You can upload those to Facebook as well, and that will give you you can then scroll around inside them on your desktop, or if you're using an app, actually move the phone around or the device around to sort of view the picture or video. Setting up, it's good, yeah. It uses a Wi-Fi network if you want it, with you attach to your phone to it, and you can configure it, you can start recording, you can take pictures, you can actually scroll around inside the picture, so you can use it as an image viewer if you want. So you can stick it in the middle of a room and walk out of the room and take pictures, take video without anybody in there, that kind of thing, which is quite useful. I did it the other day when we had a carpet laid, so I stripped everything out of the room, put it in the middle, walked out of the room and pressed record, and took a couple of pictures, and I was able to see what the room looked like from the centre of it. I suppose it may be quite useful for property companies, people like that, virtual tours, very probable. What you have to be careful with recording this type of device is if you're going to walk around and then someone is going to view that later on using a 3D headset of some description. You know, if you move around too much, then it can give someone motion sickness. So if you're going to fix it, kind of like I am now, I fixed it to the window of this car, and I'm driving around, and there's no change in, you know, I'm not going to start suddenly moving the camera around, which will then do that a lot, and it's going to cause motion sickness, possibly. Depends how strong your stomach is. Battery wise, it's pretty good. It seems to last a long time. Recording without the app is good as well. You just press the triangle red button on the side of it and it will record. It's kind of like, looks like a large golf ball with a bit like the Epcot Centre in how it looks, but it's black, matte black. It's got a couple of microphones. I don't think the microphones are particularly good. However, there is an adapter that you can sit it in that has a microphone socket, which would enable you to get better quality. So that's a definite necessity if you're going to use it with a lot of commentary. I'm sure the resulting audio on this is going to be quite difficult to hear. Maybe not, but when I tested it before in my office, it seemed to have trouble picking me up. It was quite quiet, so we'll have to see how that pans out. So what could you use this for on a day-to-day basis? Well, there are options where you can use it for motion detection, sound detection. So you can have it sitting in a room or sitting somewhere, and if it detects motion, then it will start recording. So it could be used in some degree as a security camera, possibly. An action camera, definitely, if you're going to have it mounted to something whilst that action is going on, to avoid motion sickness. I did try a couple of VR apps a couple of weeks ago, which wasn't recorded by this camera, but regardless, with those 3D glasses on, one of them was a cycling app where I was actually pedaling a bike, and I have found no motion sickness at all in that, because I was obviously travelling forward on the bike. I was looking around as I saw fit. It felt completely natural. The other one I tried, which was a ride on like a roller coaster type thing. Actually, no, it wasn't. Roller coaster was okay again because you're kind of stable. This was actually a mountain bike ride where someone had fitted a camera to their helmet and then gone down, and I felt terribly nauseous after using that, because it was just moving around all over the place, and like I said, you didn't have sort of control over that device. You know, you need to be the one initiating the movement of the image, otherwise you can, if you're not careful, feel unpleasant, you know. So it's to do with frame rates, it's to do with quality. Basically, it's to do with fooling your brain into an experience. So if you tick enough boxes, then you will fool your brain into believing you are in that situation, and you won't feel sick unless you are particularly sensitive to things like rides. So that is the 360 Fly, 360 Fly 4K. Kind of like it. I like 360 cameras. I'm looking forward to seeing how the technology improves, and you know, once we start getting the ability to display or to record really high quality imagery, probably 8K is going to be the point where you start getting really crisp imagery that you can move around in, if you like. So yeah, it's worth a look. Price and everything I will put on the blog later on.